If you want a preview of what the registration process looks like using the ParentVue online registration tool, keep watching. I'll take you through step by step in creating your new ParentVue account, entering all necessary information for your account, and registering your student for the upcoming school year. Here's a quick disclaimer. These instructions are for parents and families that are new to Laveen Schools. If you have students in Laveen Schools, you already have a ParentVue account and should visit this URL to log into your account. Okay, so all you new to Laveen parents, let's get you set up with creating an account. Navigate to this URL and click on Create a New Account. Next, you will be asked a few questions about prior student enrollments in Laveen Schools. You should select No to both of these questions because your family is new to Laveen Schools and you have never had a student attend any Laveen Schools. After selecting No for each of these, click Continue to move on. Now you'll see the privacy statement for your Laveen ParentVue account. Read through the agreement and click I accept to move on. On this next page, you will create your account. Please provide your first and last name and your current email address. Confirm your email address and type in the characters you see in the picture to continue. An email will be sent to the address you provided. You will need to access this email to continue, so we'll do that next. Once you've logged into your email account, you'll see the email confirming your account registration. Click on the link to continue with the registration process. The link opens in a new tab. Now, create and confirm a password for your new account. Your account is now set up, and you can begin a new registration for the upcoming school year by clicking on Begin New Registration. It's important to note that after completing the online registration process, you must present documentation in person for verification. Those documents include official birth certificate and immunization record for your child, proof of address, withdrawal form from previous school if transferring from another school district, and your photo ID. You'll notice that there are no students associated with your ParentVue account. This is true because you and your child are new to Laveen Schools. Click Save and Continue and enter your electronic signature. The name you type in the electronic signature must match the name you registered with. Here, provide information on your home address and verify that it is the same as your mailing address. This page will require you to provide two methods of contact information, your phone number and email. You will notice that the information for your email address is automatically populated with the same address you used for your account setup. Do you have more ways that the school can get a hold of you? If so, simply add more information by selecting the Add New button. Next, you have the option to add information about your military status. If you have none, simply click Save and Continue. Now you'll notice a green check mark for the Parent Guardian section, indicating that you're done with this section. If you want to add an additional parent to your family, click the Add New Parent Guardian button. Next, you will move on to the Emergency section. You will be required to add at least one emergency contact. Just remember, any field with an asterisk next to it is required. Be sure to provide contact information as well. You're on to the Students section, and now it's time to provide information for the child that you wish to enroll for the upcoming school year. Next, enter additional demographic information. You will also have the opportunity to provide contact information for your child. If your child does not have contact information, simply press this button and Save and Continue will move you forward. This section is the residency questionnaire. The answers to these questions will determine if your child is available for additional services through the McKinney-Vento Act 42, USC 11435. Here's where you can indicate that your child is living in a housing situation that is fixed, regular, adequate, and currently living with a parent. If you would have answered no to any of these questions, then you would have to answer the last question at the bottom. However, since all questions answered were on the yes, we press Save and Continue and move to the next section. The next section is Proof of Residency. In this section, you are attesting that you are a resident of Arizona, and you select which form of documentation you will provide. Next, you can provide information on your child's ethnicity and race, and then answer 3 questions on the language survey. In the Relationships section, select your relationship to the child, and you can use the key at the bottom of the page to determine which options you want to select for each parent you have entered. In this section, you'll have to do the same for your emergency contacts. We have made it to the Health section. There are 3 pages of questions to complete. Provide information on your child's physician and dentist, over-the-counter medications, any health items that apply, like wearing glasses or hearing aids, and finally, health history. Here you can indicate any information you do not want to be released to any person or organization without your prior written consent. You can also grant or deny photo permissions. Next up, we have the Technology Resource Agreement, the Special Services Questionnaire, Discipline History, and finally, the Records Request. If your child is entering kindergarten and has never attended a previous school, you can leave this section blank. And finally, in this section, I choose the school in which I'd like to enroll. Next, you have the opportunity to download any of the documents that you electronically signed. Clicking on the hyperlinks will open each document in a new tab. From there, you have the ability to print or download to your computer. Now, all that is left is to review the information that you've provided. You can do so by looking for the Ready to Submit checkmark and then pressing the green Review button. Verify that the information you've provided is correct. Press the check mark at the bottom indicating that you've reviewed the information, and then finally submit. You have officially submitted your child's registration. Now all that is left to do is to provide the items in person that we mentioned earlier: the official birth certificate and immunization records for your child, a proof of address, a withdrawal form from a previous school if that applies, and your photo ID. If you encounter issues or need assistance, contact the school office in which you are trying to enroll.